Yes, people, what is happening? Welcome back to Lily White Lane. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all doing okay. And today, I'm going to be bringing you your unbiased Premier League show where we take a look at some of the weekend's games. But before we get into the video, make sure if you're new here to smash that subscribe button, hit that like button as hard as you possibly can, and tap the notification bell so you don't miss an upload on the content. So I think you can expect to see all kinds of Tottenham Hotspur content, whether it be match previews, match reviews, player ratings, predicted lineups, Tottenham updates, transfer updates, debriefs and day after shows after every single Tottenham Hotspur game and fixture, the whole shebang. So make sure to smash that subscribe button. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. So, not that many games to go through this weekend, but I'll tell you what, out of the games that did happen this weekend, we had many shocks. VAR definitely played a factor. Some big results for some teams in the chase for top four, or for teams in the chase of escaping relegation and staying as far away as possible from the bottom three. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So, we'll kick things off with some Friday night football. We had Arsenal versus Everton live from the Emirates. And look, 1-0 Everton. And honestly, I don't think Arsenal were that bad. I don't think Everton were that bad. I thought both teams came into this game, with decent form. Not good form at all, in my opinion, but decent form, right? Arsenal probably the better of the two. They've been doing quite well recently in the Europa League and even in the Premier League. So, look, both teams must have come into this game with some confidence. And you look at this game, I say, and what I believe cost Arsenal this game was that awful mistake from Leno. And look, people always class him, in the same bracket as Lloris. And I've always said he's nothing like Lloris. This backs me up what I saw on Friday. The guy can't even, when the ball's rolling towards him, he can't even pick it up. I don't think he's a very good goalkeeper. Granted, he's a fantastic shot stopper. He's a really good shot stopper and he can come out and be a good sweeper keeper. But he is not good at controlling the ball. He's not good at kicking out the ball and he's not good at collecting the ball, right? And those are three things that the modern goalkeeper needs. So, Leno goes on to cost Arsenal this game. A big 3 points for Everton. Massive 3 points if they do look to maybe even go and get Europe. So, massive for Everton, as say. Arsenal, not good at all. But you have to take into account the protests before the game, obviously, which would have, without a doubt, affected them. So, fair play to Everton. Big result for them. And that takes us on to Saturday afternoon's game. What a game this was. It was really entertaining. Liverpool won, Newcastle won, VAR once again playing a massive factor. Massive shock at the end. So let's go through some of the talking points. So in the first half, Salah scores a goal. Absolutely brilliant goal. An absolutely fantastic goal from Mohamed Salah. He absolutely belts it, as I say. He takes it down, one touch, controls the ball, smashes it. 1-0 Liverpool. And in the whole first half, in my opinion, Liverpool dominated the game. They dominated. They had so many chances. They could have won that game about 7 or 8-0, but they didn't. They weren't clinical enough. They didn't take their chances, and it came to cost them late in the game. So obviously Liverpool score in the first half, more and more chances in the second half to make it 3 or 4. They don't put it away, as I say. And Newcastle capitalised. They capitalised with a goal, which does get disallowed, as I say, which must have been gutting from Newcastle. It's like, okay, 30 more seconds. Big 3 points for Liverpool. VAR is going to be controversial. But no, in the final few seconds, Joe Willock, the man who scored an equaliser against us, scores an equaliser to pick up a massive point for Newcastle, which pretty much will secure them staying in the Premier League. So look, these are a group of players who are playing for their manager. Fair play to Newcastle, a massive point for them. Really unlucky for Liverpool. And I thought they weren't clinical enough at all. I thought they played very well, but they did not take their chances, and it come back to bite them. It did come back to cost them. So, top four maybe a lot harder for Liverpool and us. Obviously, I do think West Ham and Chelsea are the main two teams now going for that fourth place. I think us and Liverpool, if we get it, it'll be absolutely brilliant. But I highly doubt it at this rate, as they with 5 games left, and the points were both on. So look, big point for Newcastle. 2 points drop for Liverpool, and that takes on to Saturday's next game, the 5:30 kickoff, Chelsea versus West Ham. A typical Chelsea performance, typical Tuchel performance. Play progressive football, up the pitch, expansive, switch around the back four to a back five constantly, have your wing backs constantly pressing, have them sit back when you need them to. Typical Tuchel performance, press high, put the ball into the back of the net from playing progressive football up the pitch. Once you do that, sit back, absorb the pressure, try to counter-attack. If you don't score, it's fine. You got the 3 points. And that's exactly what they did. They absorbed the pressure and they won the game. A big 3 points. But that wasn't the talking point in this game. It was the overturn now. Red card for Balbuena, which, you know, VAR is really starting to frustrate me. And I had a rant about it the other day, actually, on someone else's channel. And people are like, why are you getting so, annoyed? These are two London rivals. It's like, it's not about rivalries, it's about football. And it's about how these pathetic rules, which do not make sense, are being implanted into the beautiful game. For example, one of the ones that really annoys me is the offside one, that they only tell you when it's offside once you've put it into the back of the net or had the chance. Like, what is the logic in that? Just tell them as soon as they go offside. It's absolutely ridiculous. The handball rule, defenders now have to defend with their hands behind their back like that. I think that's ridiculous. And now, he clearly, he goes in for a kick, Balbuena. He kicks the ball and then on the follow-through, kicks the Chelsea player. Nothing he can do about that. Nothing he can do to position his foot and he gets sent off for it. Now, obviously, the red card has been overturned, but it goes to show VAR is simply not good enough and they constantly make mistakes that they shouldn't be making. But a big 3 points for Chelsea. Typical Tuchel performance. We move on to Saturday evening's game now, which was Sheffield United, the already relegated Sheffield United, versus Brighton. And look, Sheffield United have nothing to play for. They went out there and they scored a goal and they won the game. They won the game. McGoldrick, who I thought was really good in this game, got man of the match and put the ball into the back of the net. Not much else to say on that part. Brighton, unlucky for them. Do I think they'll stay in the Prem? Yes, but if you're Brighton fans and if you're a Brighton player and Graham Potter, you got to think now. That was a big 3 points which could secure us staying in the Premier League. But no, they don't. They don't get away from the bottom three far enough, in my opinion. And big 3 points for Sheffield, although it don't matter. A group of players who went out there and played basically enjoyable football because they've got nothing left to play for. So fair play to Sheffield United, right? And that takes on to Burnley versus Wolves. Now, Fulham, right? Fulham 17th. They were 6 points off Burnley, right? They were 6 points off Burnley once Newcastle escaped. They were hoping Wolves would beat Burnley. Burnley are now 9 points clear, I believe, from Fulham because they absolutely demolished Wolves. Burnley 4, Wolves 0. Chris Wood with a hat-trick. What? I did not see that coming. Chris Wood hat-trick. Burnley beating Wolves 4-0. And let's not forget a Wolves that has been picking up some crucial points as of late, with the likes of Adama Traore returning to form, right? Getting absolutely destroyed by Sean Dyche's Burnley. My goodness. I was so shocked because I saw the score and I was like, this game ain't going to be that good. 1-0 Wolves, 2-0 Wolves maybe. How that backfired on me. 4-0 Burnley, crazy result for them. Fair play to Burnley. As I say, big result for them. And that almost secures them staying in the Prem. So it does look like the 3 teams going down are officially, obviously, Sheffield. And then you've got West Brom who will. And I don't think Fulham will escape the relegation zone unless they win 4 or 5 out of their remaining 5 fixtures in the Premier League. So look. Fair play to Burnley and the way Sean Dyche has conducted this team and brought them up from the Championship and made them more so a Premier League stable is absolutely phenomenal. So fair play to Burnley, and that takes us on to Sunday's next game. Obviously, I didn't get to see this one, so I did catch the highlights on Match of the Day too, because obviously Chaz and Dave in the background, burgers and chips. Us Spurs fans were all looking forward to the Tottenham Hotspur versus Manchester City Carabao Cup final, which didn't turn around the greatest, but a real fun day that was. And look, Leeds 0, Man United 0 from what I saw. A very boring game. No chances really. Not much else to say on that. A real sloppy game in my opinion. It just lacks, I don't know how to put it into words. Just a really bad game. Not entertaining. Both teams not making many chances, including Leeds. But you have to look at that point and see. United, it doesn't really matter because they pretty much guarantee top 4. Leeds, they will definitely take that, right? If you would have said to a Leeds fan, right, heading into 2 games, for example, right, you've got the Yorkshire Derby and you're playing Manchester City, you're playing both Manchester clubs, how many points do you think you'll take? They might have said 1, 0, no, or maybe 3 from this United game, but they took 4 points out of the 2 Manchester clubs who were first and second, right, top of the league and second in the league table with nearly as many points. And they took 4 points. It's a big point for Leeds here. A big point, 3 points against Manchester City, who are the league champions. And fair play to Leeds. You imagine if Leeds got European football. What a mental turnout that would be. And that takes us on to Sunday evening's final game. It was the derby. The name of the derby's gone out my head now, but it is a derby, and it's the Birmingham derby, because you've got the likes of Villa, Wolves, and West Bromwich Albion, and they all don't like each other, right? And it was Aston Villa versus West Bromwich Albion, 2-2. Entertaining game. I did enjoy this game. I needed something to recover from the disaster that was Tottenham Hotspur letting me down once again in the cup final. So this definitely did that with a really, really entertaining game. Two sides that attacked. I thought West Brom probably deserved all 3 points, and Villa did score at the end completely against the run of play. I thought West Brom had a good performance, and it would have been a massive 3 points for them, considering, the run of form they've been on as of late. So, fair play to West Brom. Point, probably not really what they want. Villa, point, probably not really what they want. But, West Brom probably going to go down. They maybe had a little more to fight for. Villa, in my opinion, have nothing to play for now. I don't think they'll get Europa League football. And I think they've more so guaranteed their place in the Premier League. Without a doubt, obviously, they're not going down. So, fair play to Villa and West Bromwich Albion. If West Brom do go back down to the Championship, I'd love to see them the year after, because they've come to the Prem. And even with Big Sam, they've played some very entertaining football and brought me some very, very entertaining memories, such as their 5-2 against Thomas Tuchel's Chelsea. What a day that was. And, as I say, that takes us on to the final game. It was Monday Night Football. Leicester 2, Palace 1. And look, really, really entertaining game. In the first half, Palace put the ball into the back of the net. It's Zaha once again against the run and play from Palace, and exactly what they look to do. Absorb pressure, counter-attack, put the ball into the back of the net, be clinical on goal. And they were. Zaha puts it into the back of the net. But a brilliant comeback from Leicester. A brilliant comeback with some really, really expansive and attacking football. Nice goal, the first one, as I say. I believe it was from Jamie Vardy. And the second goal, what a goal. Ian Atcher, the guy's on fire right now. Absolutely belts it. Massive 3 points for Leicester, as it does look like Rodgers is not going to bottle top 4 this season. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching your Unbiased Premier League show. Make sure if you're new here to smash that subscribe button. When you're on the road to 700, guys. I wouldn't be in this position if it wasn't for you guys. So please smash that subscribe button if you haven't already. The more subscribers, the more content, the more products we can use. Maybe a green screen down the line. The more fancy material we can use to upload the content. So guys, please subscribe. Hit that like button, as it does help the channel out in the YouTube algorithm. Please, absolutely smash it. Give it a knockout punch. Give it a I can't even pronounce my words. Give it a Kamaru Usman knockout punch. Give it the overhand punch, ladies and gentlemen, right? So smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, tap the notification bell so you'll be notified every single time we upload on the channel. Thank you for watching, and as always, come on you Lily Whites.